Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Native Peoples of the World Saturday. This program is presented by Liz and Melanie from the Charlotte County Libraries and History Division, and today you will be learning about the Quechua of the Andes Mountains. Origins. The word Quechua is the official language of about 11 million indigenous people in South America. What is also interesting is that Quechua stands to represent the people as well. So Quechua is language and the actual indigenous people. They are considered to be the direct descendants of the Incas. However, the Quechuan tribes predate the Incan civilization. They were assimilated into the Incan Empire in the early 1500s, and the Incas chose Quechua to be the official language of their civilization, so spoken by the nobility. They live in the central Andes regions, which I outlined in red. So it stretches from, in the north, Colombia, all the way down to Chile and Argentina. So most Quechua still live in the steep slopes of the central Andes Mountains, but in the last few decades, many have moved into Lima, the capital of Peru, for jobs and higher education. So again, it's this central area here. So Peru, Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. So, like I said, the Quechua were conquered by the Incan Empire in the early 1500s, and about the same time, the Spanish conquistadors arrived. And in 1572, they conquered the last Incan stronghold. Peru, one of the countries with the largest Quechua population, gained its independence from Spain in 1821. To the right, there's a picture of what is left of one of the Incan strongholds, and to the left is a graphite drawing of the Spanish conquistadors. Their culture. So, many of the Quechua people are actually Roman Catholic, but they still celebrate some of the Incan festivals. The Sun Festival, in particular, draws thousands of tourists from all over the world to witness its festivities. And the Quechua Indians reenact the Incan sun worshipping ceremony, where there's lots of eating, drinking, merriment, and a llama is sacrificed per tradition. Again, their language is Quechua, and Quechua is actually one of the official languages of Peru. Like how English is the official language of the United States, and some countries have more than one, where it's English and French, so on and so forth. So it's a recognized language of Peru. Quechuan words we use today include puma, condor, llama, and coca. So many of their buildings are made of adobe, since clay is widely available in the central Andes Mountains. House building is a community-wide event, set on the ancient Inca system of labor exchange known as mita, M-I-T-A. Neighbors are offered beer, cigarettes, and food in return for their help. In exchange, those who participated in the house building can call in a favor at a later date and time. So it's like, if I build your house, you're going to help build mine. And their courtship and marriages have lengthy rituals. So typically, how young people meet up is during festivals, unmarried youths in this case. When a young couple decides that they would like to marry, the family of the bride meets with the family of the groom, and they negotiate what each family will donate to the newlyweds. Pots and pans, a bed, maybe it's a livestock animal, like a cow, goat, so on and so forth, a llama. And then couples exchange rosaries to announce their engagement to their community. At the wedding, there's a public procession as the bride leaves her home and joins her husband's. Most Quechua stories are not written down but passed along in the oral tradition. So here we have a short myth of Incari. After the conquest of Peru in 1532, the Inca rulers retreated from Cusco to Vilcabamba. There they resisted the Spanish invasion for nearly 50 years. In 1579, the last rebel Inca, Tupac Amaru, was captured and beheaded by the Spanish. The Spaniards stuck his head on a pike and placed it in the plaza of Cusco as a warning to the rebels. The head mysteriously disappeared, and they say that it was buried. The myth tells that it is slowly regrowing its body, and when the body is once again complete, the Incas will return to rule their land. And here are all of our references and resources that we use to put together this presentation. Again, this is an overview, abbreviated look at the Quechua people. There's much more to their culture than what we could put in a brief presentation, but you can go online and read about them. We have, I think, a couple books in the library system as well that deal with Peru, South America, and some of the indigenous peoples there. And to close out our presentation, please stay tuned on how to play the game Marbles. So one of the children's games that is popular in the Central Andes Mountains is a version of what we know as marbles. They're marbles where they might be glass. They are made out of clay. So again, stay tuned, and we are going to attempt to show you how to play marbles. Thank you guys for joining in, and we will see you next week. Thanks. All right. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
This is Melanie and Liz, and today we are going to be teaching you how to play marbles. So the Quechua, who we learned about in our presentation, remember that a lot of their buildings are made out of clay, and so when it's dried, they call it adobe. So many of the games that they play, one of them includes marbles. So they make their marbles out of clay. Today we have our regular glass marbles here. So what you're gonna do, and you can go online and print out instructions on how to play marbles. And these we got for like $2.58 at Walmart. So what you need is regular size marbles that look like this. And then you need a shooter marble, which is larger than the other ones. So if we hold this up for you to take a look, you'll see that there's a substantial difference between the two. So sometimes it can be a foot circle. We have roughly a 3 feet in diameter circle here. And you can use yarn, twine, pipe cleaners. We used duct tape on the floor. And so how we start out is it said to take 15 to 20 marbles and spread them out, but have them towards the center of the circle, like so. The objective of the game, so between Miss Melanie and myself, is to shoot out the marbles from the circle. So how you use to shoot a marble, you curl your last 3 fingers, so 3, 4, and 5, if you're looking at them like numbers. You curl them in, so you're holding the marble with your pointer finger, you're bracing it on your middle one here, and you have your thumb, oops, and you're going to flick the marble forward, and you're supposed to try and scatter the marbles and get them out of the circle, and the person who has the most marbles at the end wins. So for us, we're not playing for keeps. Keeps is when any marbles, usually it's you're contributing some and your friends are contributing marbles. So if you knock any of them out of the circle, you get to keep those. So, but again, there's many different ways to play, but we're just going to do it this way. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so we're going to try this out. So again, you hold the marble like so, and you flick it, and it's a miss. So Miss Liz has 0, and now it's Miss Melanie's turn.
Okay.
And hopefully they don't scatter everywhere.
All right, so I hit them, but they didn't go anywhere. Miss Liz
And I flipped the marble across the room.
Ow.
So give us just a moment.
Okay. Don't think it's so high. Maybe if
I
you
know.
start closer, it'll.
So work on your technique. Oh, she gets 2. So there's 2 marbles from Miss Melanie. And how are you holding it like?
I think so. Let me show you. I'm just doing this and then flicking.
Oh, okay. So more. Hey,
Oh
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Different game.